A very good afternoon to everyone present here. I am Dia, and it is my pleasure to welcome our distinguished guests, esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty members, and dear students. It is an honor to welcome you all to this insightful session on the role of technology and its impact on cybersecurity, a topic of immense relevance in today's digital landscape. We deeply appreciate your presence and look forward to an enriching session ahead. It is our privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the pillars of our institution, BOG Chairman Padma Bhushan Dr. B.N. Suresh, our Chairman Mr. M.J. Balachandar, Principal of MVJ CE Dr. Ajayan KR, and all other deans. Their visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to excellence continue to inspire and guide us. We sincerely appreciate their support in making this event possible. I request the dignitaries, Mr. Subbaraja Sirasala, and our Dean Academics, Dr. Srinivas L. As a token of our appreciation, may I request our Dean Academics, Dr. Srinivas L. Gombi, to kindly present a bouquet to our esteemed speaker, Mr. Subbaraja Sirasala. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce Mr. Subbaraja Sirasala, a distinguished expert in enterprise solutions, cloud strategy, automation, and cybersecurity. With over 21 years of experience, he has been instrumental in architecting, securing, and transforming technological infrastructure across industries. An electronics and communication graduate from JNTU and is currently serving as a senior solutions architect and automation specialist at GE Aerospace. He has led large-scale cloud migrations, re-architected legacy systems, and implemented automation strategies that enhance both efficiency and security. His expertise spans multi-cloud environments, hybrid infrastructures, and digital transformation, helping businesses optimize operation while mitigating cyber risks. Beyond his technical expertise, Mr. Sirasala has spearheaded research and development on cloud-native services, explored advanced cybersecurity strategies, and played a crucial role in mentoring teams and raising technology awareness among industry leaders. His contributions in CI/CD pipeline development, cloud security enhancement, and automation-driven security measures have reinforced enterprise resilience in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape. Today, we are privileged to hear from him as he shares his insights on the role of technology and its impact on cybersecurity. In a world where innovation and security must go hand in hand, he will provide valuable perspectives on how businesses can stay ahead of cyber threats while embracing the future of technology. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Subbaraja Sirasala.
Thank you very much for the hospitality and the invitation, whatever I got so far, and the warm welcome. Sorry, I forgot the person name. Apologies. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity, and she has already given a good introduction of mine. But I would probably give a little bit in addition to that one. So what was my engineering background? I know this is all CSC folks. I'm actually from ACE background, so I'm an electronics communication engineer. So with that, I was a campus selected. I was working as a hardware engineer, where slowly I started working on a system administration part, and then you can look at like why I was trying to present in a curved fashion. That's where as I took a little bit of turn and thought like, am I trying to be expert of everything, or I wanted to be expertise of something, right? So that's where I became a web platform architect, administrator, and then slowly moved as a platform architect. And then in between 2012 and 2016, if you see, that's where my cloud journey has started. So probably you might have all know about the cloud computing. That's what, when I met your lectures, they have been saying that you have got some good introduction and good learning about the cloud computing as well, which is a really nice thing. If I go back in the past of my engineering, certainly nothing was taught about cloud in 2004, okay? But you are being really lucky to know all the industry technologies, what being used by companies, right? So you are really lucky about that. So that's where my cloud journey started with the different cloud service providers, the AWS, OpenStack, Verizon, and then that's where I started learning more about the cloud, on-prem and all that infrastructure-related platform with my core experience of being a platform architect, where my fundamental was more of, even though it's a hardware engineering, but I was getting expertise with the web platform components, right? So that's where my cloud journey started. And then I was learning a lot of other cloud service providers. And then I started looking at the solutioning phase, becoming a solution architect. And today I'm working as a senior solution architect, designing the solutions and, sorry about that, designing the solutions and applying all the cybersecurity, whatever you can call it, policies or the rules, whatever we have to make sure the infrastructure or the applications, whatever you're going to think about is going to be secure enough, right? So not too much I want to spend on this, but that's my introduction. So coming back to our topic today, the rise of technology and its impact on cybersecurity. So how many of you think that technology versus cybersecurity, which one is the leading one? So how many of you think that technology is the leading one? Can you just raise your hands? Technology over cyber. Technology is leading in the industry. Okay, very few hands. How many of you think that cyber is leading rather than the technology? Okay, seems like most of them are neutral. I don't know the reason about being neutral. Either you are saying yes or no, being non, it's like a NA, not applicable, right? So there is no answer of not applicable. So technology is evolving. That's what you have been observing, right? So let's kickstart. So anybody has got a question? What are these two icons on the top corners? Or it's just for presentation, I did put that. Any thoughts around that? Anyone just raise a hand and just go ahead with the answer. So the meaning of the left top corner, AI, okay? So we're just giving it to the robotics. And then the human hand and the robotic hand, it's more of representing we should go hand in hand. It should not be like you give everything to robotics and make them work, right? So you have been watching a lot of movies around that. So that's the intention, I just wanted to put it. Okay, so today you can see lot of applications or a lot of mobile apps you have been using. So how many of them in this room does not have a mobile? now at this moment? Zero. Everybody has a mobile. And how many of you has got more than 100 applications in your mobile? Can you just raise your hand? More than 100? More than 100? Okay, good. I have 150 in my mobile, okay? So, which means you are generating the data, aren't you? You are trying to read the data and you are writing the data, right? So, you can see, So the intention of showing this slide is around the extreme outside, vehicles are generating the data, industries are generating the data, hospitals, restaurants, everybody is generating the data. But where is it going, right? So people are generating the data through their mobile phones, accessing Facebook, Meta, you are posting the images, you are reading it, you are watching the YouTube. And then a lot of analytics goes on to this. Say at some point in the evening, a message pops up on your phone saying that you used 2 hours, 40 minutes as an average mobile usage in this particular week. How did it know that it is giving you that message? Because it's running something in the back end, right? That's where analytics runs on your mobile. So similarly, a lot of such analytics runs, reporting, and then all of this are sitting somewhere in data center or in the cloud somewhere, right? All your data is going there, and how they are connected today, right? So you can see this vast amount of data that is getting generated and how globally we are connected around the world, right? So the technology is giving you that opportunity to read the data and write the data, store it, and save it and read it in the future, right? So the technology is giving you that opportunity, okay? So now, on this slide, I would like to ask how many of you know ethical hacking? Ethical hacking or hacking. Do you know the meaning of hacking? Okay, so I see limited and very, very less people raising the hands. So there is a difference between ethical hacking and unethical hacking, right? So there are industries, there are companies which recruit hackers to do the hacking in a good way, a good fashion, and good for the company, right? Unethical is, you know already, how people are doing unethical hacking and just pulling off your data and pulling off your money, as everybody knows. So the technology evolution, I will not go too far in the history. Probably we'll start with 1900s. Is there anybody in the room except our respected Dean Sir and Bijoy, our guest as well, other than those people who are born before 1900? No one in this room. Do you know what technology exists before 1900? Let's not talk about that, okay? So even I don't want to talk. I was not born before 1900, okay? So early 19th century, how many of you know that the transistor was invented at that point of time? Zero? Oh, you know? Okay, great, good to know. So, and then in 1900s is when the photocopier, the first photocopier was invented, okay? So, the intention of showing this data for you is to make sure how the technology is evolving just from early 20th century to the latest 21st century in 2025. We are living in 2025, right? So probably when you started your college days, you know that, hey, there is mobile phone existing. Let's start using the mobile. But think about people who are living in, who was born and was going to college sometime in 80s somewhere. You saw the phone there. That's the first mobile phone invented. Okay, so it was like a big handset that was invented in around 73 around. Okay, so and how many of them knows what is that other device just besides that phone? How many of them you know? What is that? Floppy? Okay. How many of them saw that physically? Okay, good. I saw like 10 hands up, which means others didn't see it. Okay, that's fine. And then in 1980s, that's where your desktops, the laptop, your PCs was invented at that time. So yesterday, one gentleman in our organization was telling, in 1999, not too far, it's just 26 years back, he was standing in the queue where there are 10 people in the company, okay? They are in the company as an employee working, and there are 10 people in the queue just to check emails on one desktop. They had like one desktop for 20 people, and whoever comes, they stand on the queue to read their emails, whatever they have got. From 1999 till 2025, see the technology, how it's been evolving, right? From a desktop to a laptop. And if you see the right side of the slide, I don't know if it is really visible for the people who are sitting at the end. The computer in what ENIAC was built in 1945 around, I think it's 1945, yeah. It was a size of a big room, okay? And then you see how it's been evolved over the time. What brings that, the size coming from a big room size to a laptop technology, right? Nano, chip manufacturing, a lot of this, right? Excuse me. So, and then in 2025, everybody knows what's there. What are the buzzwords you have been hearing? AI, IoT, cloud computing. There is some new terminology coming. I'm not scaring you, it's quantum computing, okay? And a lot of social media, right? How many of you started your social media activities in 2021? None? Okay, 4 years back, you have already started it. So can you just compare with 2021 social media versus 2025? What? Okay. And I don't see my slide. Okay. Okay, never mind. So let's continue. How many of you know emotional hacking? A new word, right? You have been seeing a lot of advertisement that the government is trying to pull out, right? Emotional hacking. Somebody calls you, say you are in digital arrest, and then they start asking you money. You have seen that advertisements? No? Yes? Good. So anyways, there are a lot of cybersecurity threats, right? The moment we talk about technology, technology is getting built, but is technology built with a cybersecurity? Certainly it's been built. That's what every product that comes into the market, they say, hey, your data is secure, your user credentials is secure. But now and then we keep seeing that a lot of user credentials has been compromised. Somebody hacked the system and they just took like 1 lakh user credentials, right? And your username is compromised. There are things still happening while the technology is getting evolved at an exponential phase today, right? If you see from 2000 to 2025, the technology has been, lot of evolution has been taken up, and the cybersecurity is not completely at that same level. So I would say technology is like on a high level, evolving daily. Cybersecurity is more of understanding things, preventive measures, and you have to understand awareness, right? Otherwise, you will get into that mode where you lose the data or you lose your money, okay? So I don't know how many of you read something in the bottom of this slide, but I have something really interesting. Probably I'll not use this one, okay? So how many of you know what was the first antivirus invented and in which year? Anybody can quickly raise their hand. First who raises will get a prize. I'm not kidding, you will get a prize. First antivirus, you can use your mobile. I have only 1 minute. Yeah, go ahead. I see the third row, gray shirt. Can you just come out of over the dais? The first antivirus, I just need the year, don't worry. I'll not ask. Sorry? 1972. You'll get a prize. What was antivirus? No. That was just an unharmed computer virus. You have the answer there. It's not visible. Okay. Somebody wants to try that? You have the answer on the screen. Okay. The gentleman who has tried to answer me the question, at least he has tried, okay? Just come out of the dais. And it's, by the way, don't worry, it's a small gift. I'm giving it to him, okay? Thank you. Okay, so sorry, your good name? Mr. Gentleman, what is your good name? Sorry? Aniket. Aniket, sorry. Aniket, okay. So Aniket, what you will do with this device? Simple question. So it's a USB A to C converter. I just gave it to you. A small gift, not a big one. So probably what you will do is you will connect to the PC, correct? You will start using it. Probably you might have a A type USB dongle or USB stick drive with a 32 GB or 64 GB, old one. You will connect it and you will connect to the laptop, right? The moment you connect it, your system is hacked. I'm telling you, serious. I'm going to take your system control. Whatever credentials you have, I'm going to take. Do you think it's safe to connect? Yes, no, no, yes. But you're going to do that, right? So I just wanted to thank you, Aniket, sorry, my apologies. Thank you for answering and thank you. That's a gift for you. Don't worry, it's a brand new one. I didn't put any virus. You can say thank you. So think about a situation where somebody is gifting you and then you are like, wow, I got a gift. I'm really proud of that gift. And then you start like, and then all your data is gone. So that's where the cybersecurity comes into picture, right? How safe you are, okay? So by the way, 1987 is the first antivirus which was invented to, excuse me, my bad, to stop a lot of computer harming virus, okay? The first virus which was built, Creeper, is non-harmful. That was part of the testing they have done on sample desktops, because at that point of time you don't have like laptops, like all these things. And then they built a reaper on top of it to stop that creeper, okay? So the names are really funny, but that's the reality. That's where the antivirus comes into picture. That's where the security comes into picture. And you have to make sure you're not getting into the risk, right? So with that, let's go into the next slide, which is going to show you a lot of data on this slide. Am I going to read all this? No, sorry. Don't worry about that. So on the left side, on the left top corner, you can see a hype cycle of emerging technologies. How many of them are able to read AI in that chart? Maybe the first line. Okay. So there is something called AI in those dots, and each dot is a technology that is getting emerged every day. And that sheet is in 2015. And then if I look at, sorry, I don't know what's happening. It's gone again. So the intention to show all these big graphs with the technology. So it's all Gartner source, so it's not my source. I took it from the Gartner. I don't know how many of you know about Gartner. So they do a lot of technology stuff, okay? So they do analytics, they do project all the emerging technologies, they help you in understanding the strategy and all, okay? So, and the cloud. Probably you have been hearing a lot of cloud computing. And then who is the leading cloud computing service provider? Anyone just can speak. By the way, I don't have a gift, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, good, correct. So Amazon is the leading guy. So by the way, I think I might have a gift. Okay, I have one. I'll make it quick for you. By the way, what you will do? What you will do with this? It's the same converter. What you will do? What you will do with that device? You'll connect to the laptop? Okay. Desktop? Okay, you'll connect it? Why? You're not going to use it? Throw it? Yeah, that's a good thing. Good awareness. 5 minutes I was able to make, my bad. It's again gone. So 5 minutes I was able to at least give some good awareness, what you are supposed to do. Probably let me try for another 10 minutes if I can give you good awareness on this security thing. So we have been seeing like technology emerging from early 20th century to 21st century. Now let's check about cyber security in the 21st century, how it is looking like. Sorry about the slides, but I have to really be in here to the laptop. Okay. So in 2000, early 2000s, right? The same kind of analytics, or say, not analytics, sorry, my bad. The same way I was showing the technology, I wanted to really show you the 21st century of cybersecurity. So how the data being lost, how the internet being used, right? So how many of you in the room went to an internet cafe? You still go to internet cafe? Really? Okay. So you have been to the internet cafe. By the way, which year? Gentlemen, you can, sorry? 2020, 2021, right? How about 2025? You're still going? Why? The internet usage, how the service providers are giving you, right? 20 GB, 20 rupees. No? Yes? Okay. My bad. I'm using postpaid, by the way. Okay, so we have lot of internet usage. We have a lot of cyber threats that is getting evolved, the security. There are different ways of hacking your data, right? There is always ethical hacking and unethical hacking. The ethical hacking is being used for the products build. That's where the technologies come into picture, right? The technology is used to build the products, and that's what you are using at the end of the day, okay? And then what is the impact of technologies in the cybersecurity world? It's more of increased attack surface. The more technologies you are building, and then the more cyber attacks are happening, right? So I really have to show this data, my bad. I don't want to read on the laptop. Do you think technology solves this problem? Technology is creating the problem, right? Stop using the technology. No? Yes? So, yeah. Certainly somebody has to do the use case on this one. Somebody could have done the hackathon, how to fix this type of technical glitches, right? That could be a good use case for 2026. Okay, good. We are on the screen. Okay, so this is some cyber security statistics. You can see like 3.5K weekly attacks happening on the education sector. What actually somebody is trying to take? Education sector. Anybody has any idea? Okay. Next. Your information is not something secure. You should put your information secure, right? So students' information is also at threat, right? So we should not leave our names, mobile phones, contacts, address. That has to be secured. So that's where there is a target of, you can see like 3.5K on the education sector. And then how many of you know ransomware attacks that has been hitting still till date? That's one type of virus again, okay? So 10% of ransomware attacks, the victims are from healthcare. Why healthcare? Again, it's because all the data, right? You have who has what type of disease. They're going to sell in the market, try to advertise it to the hospitals, and they keep calling you, sir, you have a health check free or 10% discount. That's all they're selling the data, right? And then you have 58% of increased infostellar attempts in 2024. That's just last year, 1 year. And then you have 200K median ransomware. What is a median ransomware? So it's more of videos, media, right? So why I'm talking all of this data? Does it make sense or doesn't make any sense at all? Why I was trying to give you a good amount of details about education sector, what is getting hacked, and healthcare sector and all. Probably it should resonate of what hackathon you are doing today, right? You have different streams that your hackathon is running today. So probably, I don't know if the organization is going to share to the students about the hackathon is happening. Probably they will share it, and you can probably map this to what they are trying to do from a cybersecurity standpoint. So with not much discussion, I would say probably, I'll just talk about that one point, the cyber crime, global economic crisis. It's a $7 trillion in just 2022. And what is our prediction that they have doing in 2025 is 10.5 trillions. So am I part of that impact? So what do I do? Am I going to be part of 10.5 trillion? I don't want to be, right? Then what do I do? Stop accessing the application on my mobile, stop accessing the banking application on my mobile, stop transacting. No, that's not the case, right? So you want to still use those applications, but be secure. So how you want it to be secure? So let's talk about, I was saying, I'll give a little bit of awareness, right? Say, I'll give an example. You reached home from college, and then you saw an USB drive just besides the window, okay? You went inside home and you saw the drive there outside of your window. Probably you might have thinking like your brother's daughter or your brother's sister, somebody would have dropped it from inside, right? Then you pick it up. What do you do with that? You'll start using it? Yes? Right? Okay, that's where you're getting hacked. Your entire home is going to be under the hacker's control, and you will have all that virus. So this example is coming from most of the United States. A lot of cases has been reported there. The hackers just drop the USB at the doorstep or somewhere in the garden. They target the families with the small children. Probably it's the same USB stick, looks like a 32 GB SanDisk. Looks like the same way, right? It doesn't matter how it looks like. He might be having one. He just picks it, connects it, done. By the time he realizes that it has a virus, his entire system is gone with the ransomware. And then they'll start asking him, hey, give me $100,000. I'm going to give you a key to encrypt, key to decrypt, and then you are back with your data. He doesn't have a choice. He just pays $10,000. He gets a key. He opens. His laptop is back. So that's the awareness which I wanted to really give it to you. Do not use those devices which you are not meant for yours, which is not yours. If you think you bought it, make sure you format it and use it properly, right? So, and the same good example. Probably I wanted from audience, how many of you traveled over domestic or international airways? Have you seen this type of charges at the airport? Yeah? How many of you have used, there are two types of charges that they provide at the airport. So how many have used the one which is on the left side, and how many of you have used on the right one? Quickly, can somebody say it? Will you use the right one or the left one? The right one with just a USB-C type, right? So you are hacked. Yes, you are again hacked. Why? Because that's a data cable, right? It transfers the data. It does transfer the power along with the data. And by the way, if you are using just a cable to charge, that means your cable is going to transfer the data, and then your virus gets inside that wire, inside that cable, right? So those who use the power cables with the power adapter, I would say they are safe. So next time when you go to airport, don't use the other one, okay? Otherwise your mobile is going to be hacked. And this is true, by the way. It's not an example, it's the true experience. Not me, but I'm aware of it. Okay, so that's the point which I wanted to share. So what do I do? So it's all about the awareness, right? Make sure don't trust everything, okay? Verify everything. Always verify, okay? What do I verify? Make sure, say for example, you are accessing the URL, make sure it's HTTPS, you have a proper certificate there, and that certificate is signed properly. I don't know how many of you knows about the certificate, HTTPS, SSL encryption. Probably you might have been doing a lot of coding stuff from a CSC standpoint. I hope most of the people knows all that HTTPS stuff, right? So those are just examples I want to give. And then keep changing your passwords. And how many of your home routers has a default password? I want a frank statement, a frank answer. How many of your home routers has a default password? Did you change the password when they provided you the router? Yes, no? So if you ask me, most of them are using default passwords. Admin, right? So go today to home, please change those things, okay? Does it matter? It matters. So there is always a lot of loopholes that the hackers will find. Find all the possibilities to hack the systems, right? That's the intention the unethical hackers will try to do. And then patch your laptops, and the companies does all this, right? So today, every company is going to do that on their laptops. I'm using a company provided laptop. They enforce the patching. Whatever the operating system you're using, patch them. For your personal laptops, if you're using a licensed version, please patch it, okay? I know why I was saying licensed version. Sorry about that. So multi-factor authentication. How many of your Gmail account, how many of you in the audience, Gmail accounts has MFA enabled? 1, 2, 5. Okay, I can see. So what is that MFA means? The first person sitting in the first row, please. What is MFA means? Sorry? Two-step verification. So how do you do that? Okay. 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 So you are close to by that. So two-step authentication, two-step verification, whatever is there, multi-factor authentication. We call it MFA as multi-factor authentication, which means more than once you have to make sure you are authenticated. So you go to Gmail, you put your username and password, you log in, you see the emails. That's just one-step verification. Go ahead and do MFA enabled on your Gmails. Make sure you enable the MFA so that there is a second step of verification, which is really mandatory. Suppose your Gmail password is compromised, they cannot compromise the second authentication method. Second authentication, good example is send an SMS or your mobile number registered in the Gmail account. They will send you a 6-digit code. You put the 6-digit code, you are going to log in into the system. That's MFA. It's just one example, but you have various methods of doing second step verification. But certainly that's going to help you getting compromised. How many of your Gmail accounts are compromised? Anybody in the room whose Gmail account is compromised? Have you experienced with that? Mine was compromised in 1997 sometime. One Gmail account was compromised. And at that point of time, they introduced MFA, but I didn't enable my MFA. So certainly my account was compromised. I could not retrieve it, but it was not that important. But certainly that's my intention to say all these things are prevent getting impacted. Cybersecurity is all about you have to be aware how to do things in a right way, right? So you have experienced the live examples, whatever I have been explaining. So technology versus cybersecurity always has to be in hand. Otherwise, anything is leading one top of the other. There are a lot of things that gets compromised, right? So you can see the last one. It seems like a logo, but it's not a logo. So technology generates the data, and everybody will start accessing the data, and every hacker is trying to steal your data. That's where it has to be encapsulated by cybersecurity, so that that is going to make your data secure. Okay. So with that, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much. One last point, hope you have got something out of this 45 minutes, and hope this is helpful. and it's going to help you in your next engineering subjects, learning in it, whatever it is, and hope it helps in your next career path, whatever you're going to choose. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insights and expertise with us. We truly appreciate your time and effort in enlightening us on this crucial topic. As a token of appreciation, may I now request Dean Academics, Dr. Srinivas L. Gumbi, to present a memento to our esteemed speaker, Mr. Subbaraja Sirasala. Thank you, sir. I now invite Glenn to give the vote of thanks.
On behalf of MVJ College of Engineering, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Subbaraja Sirasala for his insightful session. A special thanks to our BOG Chairman, Padma Bhushan, Dr. B.N. Suresh, Chairman, Mr. M.J. Balachandra, our Principal, Dr. Ajayan K.R., and all the Deans for their unwavering support. Thank you to our guests, faculty members, organizing team, and audience for making this event a success.